creativity video. In this 8 to 10 minutes long journey that I'm forced to take you on, we will talk about creativity, the struggles of creating something from scratch, and what it means to do creative stuff. Let's get it started.
First of all, what is creativity? According to a scary looking old man, whose name I forgot how to pronounce, so it's gonna appear right here, creativity is the process by which symbolic domain in the culture is changed, and is something new that has never done before. But it needs to be recognized by the world, or at least by a bunch of people. So if you have created something that you think it's invention of the year, but your roommate probably thinks it's crap and all your friends are making fun of you for doing it, according to this man, it's probably not very creative. Also, these two beautiful human beings decided to challenge the standard definition of creativity. Here's a little extract from their work. David Gauntlet, yes, it's my teacher. No, I'm not trying to butter him up to get a better grade, even though that wouldn't really hurt. He wrote that creativity is not dependent on the unique outcomes. It is simply something that it's a process where one active human mind decides to make something that he or she has never done before in their life. So if you decide that you want to pick up the guitar and strum some songs or get on the keyboard, well, that's probably creative. But he kind of stole this idea from little old John Ruskin.
I'm hitting you with so many definitions, so many theories, I know, but that's exactly it. Creativity cannot be defined exactly. Now, yeah, you thought I was done? No, sorry. We're a long way to go. We're just getting started, because creativity is such an open-minded, beautiful thing. It's where a creative mind just decides to be imaginative and just experiment and be curious and work with what it has around them. Julie Burstyn said it so well in her Process of Creativity TED Talk. And no, don't worry, I won't be the one talking about this. You've heard enough of my voice for now. So I'm gonna roll a little clip with a little group called the Forget-Me-Nots. Bob, roll the clip.
Introduce yourselves, people.
Hello, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Aaron.
Cool.
We are part of the Forget-Me-Nots.
Yes.
So I just wanted to ask you, how do you get inspirations to make songs?
Sometimes we have a chat about it. Sometimes we just have a chit chat and find common topics that we agree on. And sometimes we just
straight out of our heads.
mumble rubbish as we're improvising, and then a word comes out, and that
We're like, hey, we'll stick to that.
and that becomes the topic of the song or something. So various ways.
There it is.
Cool. When do you think you're the most creative?
As a band,
Or just as a person too, as an individual? It's
During
fine.
the day or
Whenever?
time schedules?
Like, is there a certain environment or certain something that sparks your creativity and you're just like, I have to stop and like play guitar or start writing?
Depends what I've seen. Like if I've watched a movie or something that's really inspired me, then I will go home and try and write a song about it. Or themes, like if you see the news, try and write about that. I usually get creative just before I go to bed. I'm awake then.
I like being. Weirdly, I like being alone, being isolated.
Yeah, I agree.
So either in my bedroom or if I'm in a park, but I'm by myself, and I can just focus on my own thoughts. But then with the band, our best work has come when we're all together. Don't know why, but it just happened that way.
No.
Yeah, it's just come out like that, which is good, I guess.
All right. And just last one. What was the favorite song you've written?
Mine's stuck between two. My favourite's either Price of War or Lonely Man, because they both have very strong themes and they're both quite catchy. Obviously, Price of War about war, very honestly, very opinionated. And Lonely Man is quite a sad song about a poor little man in prison.
That's quite edgy
Quite
as well.
deep. It's almost
nice.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Quite cool.
My favourite song is probably Price of War, just because of the rhythmic changes and the different ideas. It's kind of a blend of folk, rock, Latin. It's a nice kind of mix of all of our styles, really, I think. And it's got a very strong message as well.
And it can be commercialised to any genre.
Indeed. You can play it in any style.
Okay.
Room with those few beautiful beings just jamming and just getting it on. Not that way, guys, not that way. I mean musically. Anyways, being in a room with them inspired me to go out in the world, just start playing, just screw around. But that's not really how creativity works. Sure, you can get inspired by someone else, but creativity, one, comes from practice, and two, it's probably something you have to be passionate about and have some kind of talent in. Me and music don't work well together. Me and a piece of paper and some writing, yes. But once again, you have to practice and keep on going. It just won't come to you with the snap of a finger.
Let's take Gladwell as an example. He wrote about basketball. Creativity, just like everything else, comes with practice. It can't be taught, but it can be inspired and fostered with a positive environment. To summarize it all, we can go back to the same scary-looking old man and his system model of creativity that he came up with in 1988. People are in an environment that fosters creativity. You start to develop something that helps the field and the society, etc., etc.
Well, you might wonder why I decided to take you on this endless journey with just me talking in a room, blah, 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 blah. Well, creativity can make you rich. Oh yeah, now you're interested, aren't you? Well, just think of all those industries like Google, YouTube, that decided they want their workers to be creative. They even give them playtime during the day. Doesn't that just sound so great? Well, they realized that by fostering creativity, they will also increase the work of the workers. So, you are creative, you get happy, and they get richer. And also think of all those musicians, writers, YouTubers that live every day by being creative. So that's it. Finally done. That's all you have to know about creativity. Couldn't put it all in this small video that felt so long, but it's okay, because at the end of the day, what is important is that you do you. Don't look around at what other people are doing thinking, oh, if I'm doing this, I'm not being creative. Just don't. Just keep doing what you're passionate about, and maybe one day you'll be in the shower just washing your hair, chilling, singing some karaoke in the shower, and you'll get an epiphany and come up with the creative idea of the century. That's it from me. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.